Mayor Zohran Mamdani convinced Trump himself to arrange for the release of Eli Agayeva, the Columbia student that was taken illegally by ICE just hours after she was detained. And the real kicker is that he did this within minutes of asking the guy for billions of dollars for a housing development project. And it kind of looks like he's gonna get it. Just look at these two. Look at that smile. Why, yes, that is in fact a fake newspaper that Mamdani had created for this very occasion. God, is it mortifying that that actually works on him, though. Not at all surprising. And to be clear, Eli Agayeva is just one person that's been detained by ICE, and there are many, many more still in detention. The reason Mamdani was more easily able to get her released was most likely because of the circumstances to her case. You know, like ICE officers impersonating NYPD. But the point is, he had the leverage in this case, so he used it. And other mayors and governors across the country should take note of that. If you have the leverage to help even just one person, use it. DNC, I'm gonna need you to call this man up, apologize profusely, and then ask him to show you how it's done. And by it, I do mean everything. Because how is it that this is the person who is dealing with Trump most effectively? He is everything Trump fearmongers against. An immigrant, person of color, Muslim, socialist. And yet, it's almost like he's got him wrapped around his little finger. This is how you do it. And it doesn't even require any sort of moral sacrifice. This is the guy who literally called Trump a fascist to his face while stood in the Oval Office with cameras pointing at them after the guy practically begged him to go ahead and do it. One can be clear and effective opposition while still playing his ego like a fiddle. And if the party leadership cannot do this, then they are not equipped to lead it. And this is before I even touch on policy or beliefs. This is purely strategic. If they cannot meet this moment, they should not be in charge of it. I know you're already focus grouping your way towards the next milquetoast campaign, and you can't even claim that Mamdani's tactics only work because New York City is so blue. Just look at the effect he has on Trump. And obviously I know that getting through to Trump is different than getting through to his supporters, but focus groups famously are really good at telling you what people think they want, not what they actually do. But if the entire strategy is to siphon off people that are jumping ship, which by the way, terrible strategy to depend on completely, you cannot rely on the people who think or are acting as though they were duped because they think they were duped by the individual. For the people that want basically the same, just not that guy, they're going to find what they're looking for in the next guy on that team. The people willing to give up a core piece of their identity and actively make the change are going to need more than that. They're going to need clear and effective opposition to the cult they're essentially leaving behind. Please, please bring in the guy that's effective and start to learn from him. Meet the moment and the country where it's at and stop expecting it to mold itself into the shape you want it to be.